Hello and welcome to MGTracey. So it's fantastic weather here in Florida. This video is for you if you're thinking about renting a villa when you're out here in Florida. It's really about some tips and some tricks of what to look out for while you're here. I'm not going to tell you exactly where I am because I did that in a previous video and then that house was sold out for 3 years. I could never go back myself, so quite selfish. I won't tell you exactly where we are, but we're about 12-15 minutes from Disney on a golf resort, and that's what your first thing you need to make sure. If you're going to be doing the parks a lot, make sure the villa you're choosing is drivable. The main road from some of the lower towns up to Disney is the I-4. It is appalling. You can waste an hour, hour and a half each way every day going to Disney, so you're going to lose a day of your holiday extra sat in the car. First thing, if you're choosing a villa, make sure it's close to Disney. This is a 5-bedroom villa, and that's as big as you can get, the better. You'll have a lot more space, bigger bedrooms, a bigger swimming pool. Americans, depending which estate you're on, they're not very big on recycling. In this house, you've got a black bin that has almost everything. All that goes in the recycling bin, which is yellow, is cardboard, paper and tins. You don't even recycle glass here, it just goes to landfill in the black bin, which is a terrible shame, isn't it? Make sure you look up the bin day, because otherwise you are going to get a fine if you leave too much rubbish in the house. Now on the drive you'll find there's lines like this where the path or the sidewalk is. Make sure your car doesn't overhang that. Park in the road or park in the drive. Don't overhang it because you'll get a violation or a fine. They're very hot on that here. Right, we're going to go in. It's very noisy with all the gardeners doing lots of work around. Hopefully you can still hear me. Make sure before you come that you know the PIN number or how you're actually going to get hold of the keys. Some of the flights land quite late in Florida. By the time you've picked up your hire car, got through customs and got to the house, the actual offices sometimes are shut. So the keys are normally in a key safe for you. Make sure you know the PIN and know your address. So there's, as we come in the door, I'm not going to give you a full tour because you'll just see all our cluster everywhere, but just to give you a feel, that is one of the little lounge areas in this 5-bedroom villa. There's no stairs, it's all on one floor. You've got this very exotic dining area. From the dining area, you go through to a kitchen. Big screen, I think there's 5 TVs in this house, and all the kitchens are very similar to this. You've got a little area there that you can, like kitchen table, and an island with all the bits and pieces on it. And then you're going to end up with something like this. Now villas tend to be 4 categories, which are often bronze, silver, gold, and then named estates. Obviously bronze is the cheapest. The better quality you can go for, I would recommend. It is a very different experience when you're here. You tend not to have kettles. This one has one that has been left. You won't find electric kettles. You just tend to have a coffee machine. There's got blenders in this one, or even a coffee grinder and a toaster. You've got a fridge freezer. American fridge freezer is obviously much bigger than ours, and it makes the ice, it purifies the water, which is very nice indeed. You have a dishwasher, so it's very easy to stay on top of all the bits and pieces. You generally have something like this, which is a laundry room. This one's got particularly fantastic facilities, top of the range machines. All American washing machines tend to be top loading. The tumble dryers are front loading. I'll probably make a separate video on how to use those. You don't need to buy very expensive detergent. You can just go to Dollar Tree out here, which is like Poundland, and you'll find these big machines do absolutely fine on that sort of quality. You don't need to spend tens of dollars on it. The garage is often a games room. I have a light on there. So this one has got a fantastic shuffleboard. You've got bar football and the fantastic air hockey, which is an absolute favourite. There's also a barbecue in this one as well. So in the bigger, better, more expensive villas, you're going to get a lot more for your money. The garage is not air conditioned, so it does get a bit warm, but still it's lovely. Little library. And of course what you can also do here, because you've got an automatic garage, is if it's a storm or something like that, you can just put that up. And you can enjoy the view or watch the storm or watch the sunset from your garage. You will find an iron and an ironing board, so something else you don't need to bring with you. The bigger houses have tons of towels and things as well, so you don't need to worry about bringing towels out with you, whether that's for the pool or for your shower. Right, so I'll just show you a couple of example bedrooms of what to expect. This is one of the kids' ones. This one has bunk beds. The other one here just has 2 beds side by side. The kids have access to their own little ensuite, and they've got Spider-Man and their own TV. This is one of the bigger bedrooms, and you've got 3 doors out onto the pool here. And this is a very high bed, and we don't have any maid service or anything like that. You're pretty much on your own because you've got the machines and everything here. See Jeremy there, my holiday reading. Big telly. You've often got a cupboard like this which will be locked. That's where the owner keeps all their stuff. And you've got walk-in cupboards yourself there. And then this is one of the main bathrooms. It's got a jacuzzi bath, which is tight for me, but it's pleasant. And you've got a full lovely shower. And your own little loo there. So when you come outside, you'll find all the doors have a little box like this. This is the pool alarm. This is Florida law. You have to have that on, and that's just to make sure no kiddies sneak out in the night and end up in danger with the pool. You also, if you're lucky, you'll have one of these sort of pool fences. It just comes up, you can pop it away. Ours was in the garage, but it's nice to have that as a bit of extra security. This is a very large pool. The smaller houses you'll get a pool, but it won't be anything like this, so this is fantastic. Actually it backs onto a nice wooded area here. Sometimes these houses back onto lakes, which is great. Remember, if you're going out there, and particularly if they're lakes, you can have alligators. So over there, there's an extra little toilet and shower if you want to go straight out of the pool. And so you've got 3 entrances here that bring you out onto the patio. And we particularly like this style here, where you've got a covered area, so that if there is any thunder and lightning, you can't use the pool. You mustn't be in the water. 50 to 60 people a year are killed in the US with lightning strikes into rivers or into the pool. So if you hear thunder, you see lightning, out of the pool. But you can still enjoy it from this area here. You can got lighting, you can turn your fan on, and you can watch biblical storms sweep overhead, which in some ways another great memory of your holiday. So into the main living area. Through that door there is another large bedroom, and also you've got a cupboard that just shows you just how many towels you have, extra pillows and towels. This house is stuffed with towels. Please make sure you wash them all and put them all back as you found them. And then of course you've got that extra little shower I was showing there where you come in from the pool. Most of the TVs here are smart TVs. This has 5, but you're not signed into anything. So do remember, if you sign into your Prime, Disney Plus or Netflix, that when you've finished, leave within the villa, sign out. Or as you're leaving that then open for the next person to use, which in these days of how Netflix is quite tight on everything could be a problem. So this is the next bedroom, bathroom, and another kids' room, this time without the bunk beds. Here you can see the controller for the air conditioning. Make sure you don't go too low. If you go too low on these systems, much below 23, the actual system just freezes up, and you can end up with a nice bill for someone to come out and reset the air conditioning, and you'll be without air conditioning for a whole day as well, probably. So there you have it. There's some of my hints when you're out here. Rent as big a villa as you can. Actually, the difference between a 3-bedroom and a 5-bedroom is probably £100 a week or something like that. It's not a huge amount really. You're going to get so much more for your money, so much more space, a bigger pool, etc, etc. Probably a games room that you wouldn't get with the smaller ones. Make sure you read the book. And you know all the rules and regulations and what day the bins have to go out. You don't need to bring very much in the way of anything to clean. You'll get some dishwasher tablets and that and washing machine stuff to start you off. When you do buy it, just use the cheaper stuff from Dollar Tree. You don't need to bring towels. You're usually near a Walmart or Publix. Publix is a bit like Waitrose. Walmart is the cheaper end, but there are Aldi and Lidl out here as well, so you can get value stuff if you need to. Make sure you know the PIN number before you set off so you have easy access to the key. Try and get hold of the key to the communal pool as well. All of them have access to that. It's not always given to you, but that's quite useful because that gives you a bigger pool and a play area in many of these places that comes with the house anyway and may well be very useful. So I hope I've helped you a bit. I'm sorry about all the noise from all the people doing the garden here. It's a lot of people walking around with strimmers and tractor mowers and air blowers and things. There's lots of extra things you can do other than parks here, like going to the state parks, which are $6 for a whole car for the day. You can spend the day tubing down a river or having a barbecue and having a great time out and about. You'll find some of those on my channel. If you need help with a hire car or filling up your car with fuel for the first time, they're almost all unleaded out here. You'll find I've done separate videos on that. And if I've not answered your question, send it below and I'll try and get back to you within 24 hours or so and help you out. Have a great time. I hope you get out here to Florida. The weather is glorious, the people are fantastic, and it's a lovely place to relax. Have a great day. And this is Paul, normally from London, but currently from Florida. I'll see you in the next video. Cheerio.